Global updates.
Welcome to the Global Updates, bringing you the latest news from around the world. It was a day that began like any other in the bustling world of air travel. The airport was alive with the usual hustle and bustle, a symphony of rolling suitcases, hurried footsteps, and the murmur of conversations. Passengers, their faces a mix of anticipation and anxiety, shuffled through airport terminals, clutching boarding passes and whispered goodbyes. Some were embarking on new adventures, while others were returning home, each with their own story and destination. For those aboard Alaska Airlines Flight 558, bound for Seattle from San Francisco, the promise of a routine flight lay ahead. The aircraft, a symbol of modern engineering, stood ready to carry its passengers safely to their destination. Little did they know, they were about to become unwilling participants in a chilling drama that would send shockwaves through the aviation industry and beyond. The calm before the storm was deceptive, masking the impending crisis. On that fateful day, the blue skies above would bear witness to a story of mechanical failure, human resilience, and the relentless pursuit of understanding in the face of the unknown. The serene expanse of the sky belied the turbulence that was about to unfold. The incident aboard Flight 558 would not only test the limits of aircraft technology, but also expose the raw emotions of those caught in the grip of an unfolding emergency. The crew, trained for such scenarios, sprang into action, their professionalism and courage shining through the chaos. What began as a routine takeoff soon transformed into a terrifying ordeal as a critical piece of the aircraft structure unexpectedly separated. The sudden jolt and the ensuing turbulence sent waves of fear through the cabin as passengers clung to their seats, praying for safety. In the chaotic moments that followed, the lives of passengers and crew hung precariously in the balance. The flight attendants, pillars of calm amidst the storm, worked tirelessly to maintain order and provide reassurance, their actions a testament to their training and dedication. This is the story of Alaska Airlines Flight 558. A story that reminds us of the fragility of life in the skies and the unwavering dedication of those who strive to ensure its safety. The successful landing, a result of teamwork and expertise, underscored the resilience of the human spirit and the advancements in aviation safety. It is a tale of survival, courage, and the relentless pursuit of answers in the face of adversity. The Boeing 737, a workhorse of the skies, climbed gracefully into the azure expanse above San Francisco International Airport. It was a scene of serene beauty, the kind that makes you marvel at human ingenuity and the wonders of modern aviation. Inside the cabin, the familiar rhythm of air travel had settled in. Passengers were buckling their seatbelts, adjusting their seats, and preparing for the journey ahead. The atmosphere was one of calm and routine. The gentle hum of the engines, the murmur of conversations, the rustle of newspapers, a symphony of normalcy. Some passengers were engrossed in their books, while others chatted softly with their neighbors, creating a tapestry of everyday life at 30,000 feet. Then, without warning, the ordinary morphed into the unthinkable. The tranquility was shattered in an instant, replaced by a sudden, heart-stopping terror. A deafening boom ripped through the cabin, jolting passengers from their reverie. The sound was unlike anything they had ever heard, a violent explosion that seemed to come from everywhere at once. Oxygen masks dropped from overhead compartments, their sudden descent accompanied by an automated voice urging calm. The masks dangled in front of the passengers, a stark reminder of the gravity of the situation. But fear, primal and swift, had already taken hold. Faces that had been relaxed just moments before were now contorted in terror, eyes wide with panic. The aircraft, once a symbol of modern engineering, was now a vessel of uncertainty, buffeted by powerful forces. The plane shook violently, as if caught in the grip of an unseen giant. The cabin shook violently, a chaotic symphony of rattling luggage bins and terrified screams. Overhead compartments threatened to burst open, and the once orderly cabin was now a scene of chaos. Alarms blared, their shrill cries a stark counterpoint to the frantic instructions crackling over the intercom. The crew's voices, usually calm and reassuring, were now tinged with urgency. For the souls aboard Flight 558, time seemed to warp and distort. Moments stretched into what felt like hours, each second a lifetime of fear and uncertainty. Seconds stretched into an eternity, each tick of the clock a testament to their precarious situation. The passage of time became almost surreal, as if they were trapped in a nightmare that refused to end. As the plane lurched and shuddered, the terrifying reality of their predicament settled in. They were in a fight for their lives. The passengers clung to their seats, their knuckles white with the effort as they braced for whatever came next. The once routine flight had become a battle for survival, a test of human endurance and resilience. The sights and sounds of that day remain etched in the memories of those who lived to tell the tale. The chaos at the airport, the frantic rush of emergency responders, and the palpable fear in the air created an atmosphere of sheer panic. Sarah Thompson, a young mother traveling with her infant son, clung desperately to her child, her face a mask of terror. She had never felt so helpless, every jolt of turbulence sending waves of dread through her body. Her only thought was to protect her baby, to keep him safe in the midst of the chaos. It felt like the plane was going to break apart, she recounted later, her voice trembling with the echo of that harrowing experience. The fear was so intense it was almost paralyzing. She could still hear the cries of other passengers, the sound of the plane creaking under the strain. Across the aisle, John Miller, a seasoned businessman on his way to a crucial meeting, found himself staring death in the face. He had always prided himself on being calm under pressure, but this was unlike anything he had ever experienced. The turbulence was so severe it felt like the plane was being tossed around like a toy. "I've flown hundreds of times," he shared, his voice heavy with emotion, "but nothing could have prepared me for that moment." The sense of helplessness was overwhelming. He could see the fear in the eyes of his fellow passengers, and it mirrored his own. "I thought it was the end." The thought kept repeating in his mind, a grim mantra that seemed to echo with every shudder of the aircraft. He couldn't shake the feeling that they were all living on borrowed time. In the face of unimaginable fear, acts of courage and compassion flickered amidst the chaos. People who had been strangers just moments before were now reaching out to one another, offering comfort and support. It was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Strangers reached out to comfort one another, their shared vulnerability forging an unspoken bond. In those moments of terror, they found strength in each other, a collective will to survive that transcended their individual fears. A flight attendant, her voice remarkably steady despite the turmoil, moved through the cabin, offering reassurance and guidance. Her calm demeanor was a beacon of hope in the storm, a reminder that they were not alone. The human spirit, tested in the crucible of fear, revealed its resilience. People banded together, their determination to survive shining through the darkness of the moment. It was a powerful reminder of the strength that lies within us all. Amidst the pandemonium, there was a collective will to survive, a shared hope that somehow they would make it through this ordeal. And as the plane finally stabilized, a wave of relief washed over them, a testament to their resilience and the unbreakable human spirit. While panic gripped the cabin, the flight crew of Flight 558 battled to regain control of their stricken aircraft. In the cockpit, Captain Mark Johnson and First Officer Scott Jones confronted a maelstrom of warning lights and blaring alarms. Their years of training kicked in, a disciplined choreography of procedures and checklists executed with precision in the face of chaos. "Mayday, mayday, mayday," Captain Johnson's voice, remarkably calm despite the dire situation, crackled across the radio waves, reaching the air traffic controllers who now held the fate of Flight 558 in their hands. The pilots, their faces etched with grim determination, fought to maintain altitude, their hands moving deftly over the controls. The damaged aircraft, no longer the predictable machine it once was, responded sluggishly, testing their skills and resolve. Outside the cockpit windows, the familiar landmarks of the California coastline rushed by, a dizzying reminder of the speed at which their world had been upended. News of the incident aboard Flight 558 spread like wildfire, sending shockwaves through the aviation world and beyond. The National Transportation Safety Board, the agency tasked with investigating aviation accidents, immediately launched a full-scale investigation, dispatching a team of experts to the scene, their mission to meticulously piece together the events that led to this near catastrophe. The wreckage of the aircraft, a stark testament to the power of the forces at play, became the focal point of their scrutiny. Investigators scoured the debris field, their trained eyes searching for clues, for telltale signs that would unravel the mystery of what went wrong. The cockpit voice recorder and flight data recorder, often referred to as the black boxes, were recovered and their contents analyzed. These devices, designed to withstand the most extreme conditions, held the key to understanding the sequence of events that unfolded in the cockpit and the performance of the aircraft in its final moments. As the investigation into the incident aboard Flight 558 progressed, the aviation industry watched with bated breath. The incident served as a stark reminder of the inherent risks associated with air travel, despite the industry's relentless pursuit of safety. The findings of the NTSB investigation would have far-reaching implications, prompting a wave of introspection and action. The incident sparked a flurry of activity within the aviation industry. Airlines, manufacturers, and regulators alike scrambled to review their procedures, to identify potential vulnerabilities, and to implement measures to prevent a similar incident from occurring. The safety of the skies, a paramount concern in the world of aviation, took center stage. The incident aboard Flight 558 served as a wake-up call, a stark reminder that even in the meticulously engineered world of aviation, complacency could have dire consequences. The lessons learned from this near disaster would reverberate through the industry for years to come, shaping the future of aviation safety. As the dust settled and the initial shock of the incident began to fade, the aviation community turned its attention to the future. The aftermath of Flight 558 prompted a series of in-depth interviews with leading aviation experts. These professionals provided invaluable insights into what went wrong and how similar incidents could be prevented. Pause 2S. Cut to an audio clip of an aviation expert 1. The incident on Flight 558 highlighted critical gaps in our current safety protocols. While the crew's response was exemplary, it's clear that we need to enhance our training programs and incorporate more advanced simulation scenarios. The insights from these experts were not just theoretical. Airlines across the globe began implementing new safety measures almost immediately. Enhanced training programs were introduced, focusing on emergency response and decision-making under pressure. Manufacturers accelerated the development of new technologies designed to assist pilots in critical situations. Pause 2S. Cut to an audio clip of a safety analyst. One of the key takeaways from the incident is the importance of real-time data sharing between aircraft and ground control. We're now looking at ways to improve this communication to ensure that any potential issues can be identified and addressed more swiftly. The aviation industry also saw a renewed commitment to maintaining and upgrading aircraft. Routine inspections became more rigorous, and airlines invested heavily in the latest diagnostic tools to detect and rectify potential problems before they could escalate. Pause 2S. Cut to an audio clip of an airline representative. Our priority has always been the safety of our passengers and crew. This incident has reinforced our commitment to continuous improvement. We've implemented several new protocols to ensure that our aircraft are in peak condition at all times. The legacy of Flight 558 is one of resilience and progress. The lessons learned from this near tragedy have already begun to shape the future of aviation, making the skies safer for everyone. As the industry moves forward, the commitment to learning and adapting remains stronger than ever, ensuring that the mistakes of the past pave the way for a safer tomorrow. Cut to a hopeful musical outro. Cut to an aerial view of a bustling airport. The aftermath of Flight 558 didn't just prompt immediate changes. It set the stage for a long-term transformation in the aviation industry. Regulatory bodies worldwide took a hard look at existing frameworks and began a comprehensive overhaul to address the vulnerabilities exposed by the incident. Cut to an audio clip of a regulatory official. The incident underscored the need for more stringent safety regulations. We have introduced new mandates that require airlines to perform more frequent and detailed inspections of critical aircraft systems. Cut to footage of pilots in a training simulator. These new regulations also brought about significant advancements in pilot training programs. Simulation technology was upgraded to include more complex emergency scenarios, ensuring that pilots are better prepared for any situation that may arise. Pause 2S. Cut to an audio clip of a training instructor. Our new training modules are designed to push pilots to their limits, replicating real-world emergencies with unprecedented accuracy. This prepares them to make split-second decisions that can save lives. Cut to a montage of various aircraft and technological advancements. Manufacturers responded by accelerating the integration of cutting-edge technology into new aircraft models. Innovations such as real-time data analytics, enhanced autopilot systems, and improved communication tools between the cockpit and ground control became standard features. Cut to an audio clip of a technology expert. The goal is to create an ecosystem where human error is minimized through technology. These advancements are designed to support the crew in making the best possible decisions during critical moments. Pause to S. Cut to footage of a busy airport with planes taking off and landing. The long-term impact of these changes is already evident. Incident rates have decreased and passenger confidence has been restored. The aviation industry has entered a new era, one where safety is not just a priority but a fundamental cornerstone. Cut to an audio clip of an industry analyst. What we're seeing is a paradigm shift. The lessons learned from Flight 558 have fundamentally changed how we approach aviation safety. It's a collaborative effort between regulators, airlines, manufacturers, and pilots, all working towards a common goal. Cut to a hopeful musical outro. As we look to the future, the legacy of Flight 558 serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of vigilance, innovation, and continuous improvement. The skies are safer today because of the lessons learned, ensuring that every flight is a step towards a safer tomorrow. Fade out with hopeful music.